Odd, though. How did a Terran like you end up in a whole other world?
Monoid! Oh, I thought I'd never, ever see you again!
Curiouser and curiouser. Now I understand. Touching this monoid has linked our fates. Now, this is not a goodbye. As long as our fates are linked, we can meet again. Should you wish to do so, seek out my monoids. Until next time, bye now!
Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name is Supersonic Saint, and I got a level with you. Work has had me real exhausted. So we're just gonna do this video, no script, just raw thoughts, and see how it goes.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
We're gonna get to Ingrid. We're gonna get to her. But first we have to address the Alex lore. And my last video talked about Alex and his rise to fame. It also got copyright strike. His rise to fame and the mentors that he had along the way and the people he faced. But in Street Fighter 6 they added a new tidbit. And his mentor, his father figure, Tom, is now closely related to his mother, his father. I can't remember as I'm recording this, but I'm sure I'll put it in the video. And that makes them cousins, and so his daughter, who Alex married, would technically be Alex's second cousin, and they had a kid, or they're having in Street Fighter 6 a kid together. They're pregnant. There's cutscenes and voice acted entire sections of the game that show this. That's just my reaction to that. But his gameplay is so fun. That's what really drags Alex for me. Like, it sucks. We couldn't even get that much time with him. Like, Capcom's marketing cycle immediately jumped to Ingrid, it felt like. They didn't even really give Alex a chance to breathe because they couldn't. The community was so upset, the backlash was insane. But that's where Alex is. He ended up marrying his second cousin and having a child. Thanks, Capcom. And then they also said that they would change it and go back and fix it, quote unquote. They didn't do that. They just slightly edited one line, and it doesn't really change that much. Alright, so ignoring Mr. PR disaster over here, we are going to talk about Ingrid today. Ingrid is the next character in the Battle Pass this season, and honestly, this season as a whole has kind of not been my favorite character-wise. Like, I've still given everyone their fair shake, and I love Crimson Viper, and Alex especially. Gameplay-wise. But Sagat has never really been my thing. Although he visually looks cool in this game, I just don't think he progressed very much as a character, story-wise, from where he was in Street Fighter V, and even in games before that, he's still just kind of the same old Sagat. And Ingrid is an interesting pick because she is from a game that I mentioned actually in my previous video, Capcom Fighting Jam. And that game is awful. Okay, so Ingrid. Ingrid is this all-powerful god-being character who not only has lore in Capcom Fighting Jam, but also outside of the comics, and even tying into Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But how? What is her power exactly, and how is she a godlike being in the first place? Alright, so Ingrid first appears in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max, which is actually Street Fighter Alpha 3, just with a little bit more sauce on it, basically. More characters. I can't remember if they changed any mechanics, but if they did, I will put them on screen right now. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max is pretty fun. I own it on Xbox, and it has a ton of different characters to choose from the original Alpha 3, and as for the new characters, Ingrid just never interested me. She always had this pompous, arrogant attitude, the schoolgirl sort of rich kid clothing archetype, and her playstyle being so kind of bland, but it always had this magical touch to it. Not actually, just her moveset was magic. You know what I mean. Anyways, in the game's arcade mode, she's confronted by evil Ryu, and sort of recognizing this power has absolute control over him, she just sort of just destroys. She just one-shots it. She one-shots the Satsui no Hado, dispelling it from Ryu, and absolutely just destroys him. So Ryu gets up and is like, "What happened?" He comes to his senses and is like, what was that all about? And Ingrid's like, "Oh, hello. You suck, and actually a terrible thing, M. Bison, is on the way. You'd best be on the lookout for that." And then she just leaves. She just wishes Ryu good luck and leaves. And he's just left there, befuddled. He doesn't know what to do. And she runs into Rose, and she's like, "You're never going to be able to defeat Bison." And she says something crazy like it's only going to take 10 minutes or 15 minutes to defeat Bison. And then she confronts Bison. And I mean, if you've played Alpha 3, this isn't really super new for the rest of the roster either, but she destroys him. She absolutely disintegrates Bison and laughs and is like, "The Psycho power is nothing. The Satsui no power is laughable. You guys are all so silly." She just treats everything like a joke. M. Bison, the final boss of Street Fighter 2, basically even 6. He's here in 6. Look at him. There he goes. He's got his horse now. He's got so much swag. But she just showed up with no prior lore, destroyed the roster, and then leaves. She literally flies away on the giant Buddha statue that Sagat has in his stage. What? Oh, this game again. We're going to talk about it just a little bit. She was supposed to be known in another game called Capcom Fighting All-Stars, this 3D fighting game that actually never came out. It features a whole different cast of characters we might talk about one day. But in that game, she is known in a mysterious group of 3, I believe, called Code Holders. She even references this in her trailer. But just what the heck is a code holder? I don't know. I don't even think Capcom knows. It might have something to do with her powers, but it's just never revealed. We don't know. Everything is so mysterious. But where would she appear after that? Maybe she would get some more lore? Nope. She would get acknowledged. I believe it was Street Fighter V when someone made some artwork for her. But that's about it. At least for a little while. Ingrid was finally revealed for Street Fighter VI along with the rest of this newer season in Summer Games Fest in June 2025. She is planned to arrive as of recording this in a couple weeks on the 28th. And she looks very different. She has a lot of updated moves, references to old ones. Her entire outfit got updated to a much better looking one for her. But she still looks like she has that overarching godlike pompousness, just toned down a little bit. In her trailer, we see our main World Tour character over here get seemingly dropped into a pocket dimension that she created. This is evidenced especially by her gameplay trailer where she literally summons the map around you as the fight starts. That's actually kind of cool. She has these little tiny, I think they're called monoids, these little mini creatures, these marketable plushies, that Mr. John World Tour over here runs into in the story cutscene. She still seemingly has that pompous attitude, but it's been toned down just a notch to make her a little bit more less insulting and more sympathetic. She's like, "Oh, let me help you. Are you lost? I'll get you back to your world, Mr. Lost World Tour default, man." Anyways, Ingrid has a lot of gameplay references to her old moveset, from what I can remember, but I don't really remember much about her to have a comparison. This character has just been so flat and arrogant and in bad games for years that I think that the Street Fighter directors, Nakayama and Matsumoto, have definitely a task ahead of them to impress the community again with a character like this. I'm sure they will. They've done it before with Aki. They've done it again with Crimson Viper. Thank goodness she got another game to shine. She's so cool. And then I was gonna say Alex, but anyway, we will see what holds in the future for Ingrid. But honestly, you know, I'm gonna give her a fair shake. But I'm still very weary of this character with what we've been shown based on her personality and her gameplay being so ranged. She's spacing out JP. That is scary.